And welcome to the Historical Commission meeting for Tuesday, September 17th, 2019. Motion to open the meeting?
Motion.
Second.
Okay, Madeline. Okay, we are being audioed and videoed. Motion to accept the meetings, the minutes from the meeting of August 20th. Have you had a chance to look over? Okay.
All right.
Okay, may I have a motion?
Yeah, motion. Second.
Okay, Madeline, and second, okay, Bob. Okay, really nothing under old business. We do have a little information here on Perry Hill Church, but under old business, the Apple Peach Festival went pretty well considering the weather on Saturday was not good. Norma had the tractors on display at the Meeting House Sunday. It also went very well. She's hoping to do it again next year, maybe even with the car show or at another time. She called me Tuesday night and she said they had a great time. They had some beautiful tractors there. Oldies, some really good, and they're all in good shape. She said everybody enjoyed themselves. Of course, they couldn't get into the Meeting House because that I didn't give a key. For one thing, the gutters or downspouts are still laying down on the floor. I can't take a chance of anybody falling. So they didn't go inside. But all in all, she said it went very well and they had a good time. Okay. On the sleigh from Mattapoisett Historical Society, I got a call from Jen from the Mattapoisett Society and asking if we're still interested because they're looking to get them out of there. So when I talked to Robbie this morning, he told me that he's fixed his trailer with a winch so that they can pull the machine up onto the trailer. Because he said, you know, the more I thought about it, I didn't know how we were going to get it on the trailer because those are heavy. So he's hooked up a winch to do it. So he's hoping that maybe one day next week he'll be able to get at it with Eric. Okay, and basically that's it. I didn't hear anything from Mass Historical when I did the agenda, but the day after, the next day, I did receive the letter regarding from Mass Historical regarding the National Historic Register. And according to the information here, it is approved to go forward with the recommendation is there. I also have the form that they had sent me, which would need to be filled out by a preservationist. That's one of the reasons why I called Ned Connor, see if he can help me out and try to find someone that would be willing to take it on. Because he said it can get expensive. He did it as an individual. He's going to try to talk to a few friends of his and maybe get someone like that. Otherwise, if you go with a business, he said they can charge up to $10,000 just for this. So I said, well, that's not going to work. We really don't have the funding to do this, but I do have to get a letter to the selectmen because they want a letter of approval from the owners of the structure, which is the selectmen. And if we can, again, get a letter of approval from the selectmen that they agree and want to move forward with it. Even though we don't have the funding, we'll see if we can try to get some funding along the way. Otherwise, we'll have to wait till next spring and go to,
Town meeting?
not before town meeting.
Oh,
What's that? I can't think of the group where you go to ask for funding. CPC. Oh, God. My mind went totally blank. Oh, my God. Okay, so those are kind of our options. So the next thing I gotta do is I gotta get a letter together and get it to the selectmen and see if they will agree and go forward with the idea of getting it on the register. Takes a good 2 years, sometimes a little longer. So we're gonna work on this. Okay, and basically, that's it, unless you have some discussion.
yeah, I got something.
Oh, and one other thing I wanna mention, excuse me, 1 minute. When I was talking to Jim Merritt yesterday, Eric told me to mention to him, if we need approval to clean the stones in the cemetery with this wet it and forget it. Well, Jim informed me that the fire chief knows the gentleman that invented this stuff and had called him to clean the stone over there at the firehouse. So I've been leaving messages for the chief, he's all over the place, to call me and let me know the name and if we can get it to him. Might be a little cheaper than going to Rocky's. Rocky's is about $30, he told me. But right now it looks, all I gotta do is call Paul Fortin, because he's on the cemetery board, and call Paul and let him know what we'd like to do. And if he says it's okay, then we should be fine to do it. I know Eric is really anxious to do something with the stones. Okay, Bob, what you have?
I noticed that the milestones that are along Main Street were all overgrown. And so I went out and I cleaned them up.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. But what I noticed is some of the signs need repair. There's only, well, there's 4 stones, 3 stones and 1 partial stone. The rest are missing. They do go all the way down through Fairhaven,
They do?
supposedly, but they're not there. There should be one in front of Bonneville's Market. There should be one near Polk Park. After you go down Main Street into Fairhaven, there should be one right on the left-hand side there. And then there should be another one in Fairhaven about near Long Road on
yeah.
Adams Street.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it ends up at Center Street in Fairhaven. But anyway, the one that's next to Repwell was the one that was mostly overgrown.
Yeah,
And that has the best sign.
my husband made it.
Did he? Okay.
There's 2 or 3 of them, we put signs up.
But the other ones, that's milestone 6. This is milestone 7. You can see the sign.
Yeah,
It was laying down. I put it back. It's, it's lost its letters and it's,
and where was this one? 7.
that's 7. That's further up Main Street.
On Main Street.
I
That's
don't know
near
the property.
That's near the lady that has the little school bus in her yard.
Yeah.
I believe it's in front of her house or
And
just
then
before.
there's no milestone 8 that I could find. But milestone 9, again, has a cheapo sign.
Oh,
I think we should all have signs similar to the one that's on 6. And these are just wooden stakes. This one has a metal stake, and I put it back up. It doesn't show in the picture,
yeah.
but I stood it back up. So anyway, I think those could use a little bit of attention because the Historical Commission in the past made a big deal of this and had them all engraved because they weren't, they didn't have the mileage markers on them.
Geez, I wonder how much,
They're only little signs.
Where
so-
did this sign get made from?
You're saying that,
Yeah, I
Next
think
May,
this is the one that near Repwell. Yeah, we replaced that one.
that's the one near Repwell.
Because that one looks like a nice sign.
Yeah.
It is a nice sign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But we should do the same thing for the
Right,
others.
right. I agree.
And believe it or not, there are empty nip bottles all along
Oh.
the road. I mean, I had to
incredible.
take a picture of it, it was so
it's
bad.
incredible.
Yep.
It's incredible.
Yep,
Near my
Yeah.
house, you should see, they're always.
And
In
down here
front of
on
my
Street.
house too. I'd swear, there must be more people driving under the influence than what we
oh,
realize.
yeah, oh, yeah.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
there are hundreds of bottles here.
So there's no sign 8 then, right? 8's missing?
What's that?
Sign,
Eight, there's no stone.
so 8 is the one, I believe, where the museum is,
It's a little past it, isn't it?
it's a little past it. You know the house that was Broadbent's, the one that was in the back that just fell in?
Yeah, no.
Okay, you know the house that's for sale? The new one, the beautiful new one. Right next door to that, going north. There is, I thought there was a post there, it doesn't have markings on it, but there's a cement pillar at the end of
If
the
it doesn't have
driveway.
marking, it's not a milestone.
It's not?
No, not if it doesn't have markings.
It's
But
right
they marked them
yeah,
all the stones they found, they marked.
and that one's, cause I thought I saw a stone there one time when
I
we
mean,
were
it's a
checking
small
them
thing,
all
but we
out.
should keep it up,
Yeah.
we should take care of it.
Well, what should we do with the signs though? Should we have them made, maybe made out of wood, or should I talk to that lady in Westport?
I could probably remove that sign that's on Sixth temporarily, and we could
Go
see
by
if we
that way?
can't copy those for the other two.
All right,
Actually, there's three, there's a half of a stone, you know, the house where they sell the Halloween stuff?
Yeah, there's one of them.
There's one there and it's broken,
yeah,
but
yeah,
that's, and there's a sign there.
There is a
I didn't-
sign.
I didn't stop because
yeah.
he keeps it clean over there.
Yeah.
so I didn't stop and fix it, but
So you don't know what
we
number
should look at that
is?
sign and see what that one looks like as
Right.
well.
Yeah.
So there's only a total
But
of
I'm
4
saying,
signs
where did this
altogether.
sign get made, do you know?
I think Tex made it, I think he made it down cellar.
I don't know, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's metal, I think.
That one's metal?
Yeah.
What could have been the old number plate I had, when they used to do them with number plates. But I've only got one home, so that wouldn't be a good idea. But I could call that lady in Westport, the one that makes the old signs for the houses, and see, give her approximate size of this, and if they could make that,
Yeah,
you
and
know,
then we
what they
need to
would
put them
charge.
on one of those
On a
little metal
post.
fence posts, you know,
Yeah.
like you use around the farms.
Yeah,
You can get the shorter one,
right.
and that'd be better than having a wood stake.
And either that or Kingsley. Kingsley
Kingsley,
makes,
you could probably do it.
yeah. The last time I tried to call him, his number was unlisted.
Mm.
You couldn't get through? So I don't know if there's a problem with his health or what over there. So I could get a price from him too. Okay, so that's 6, 7, and 9. And what do you got there?
That's it.
That's it?
Yep.
Just those 3?
Before and after. My
Okay.
printer is printing out terrible colors.
You need ink, you need ink. Ink is costing me a fortune for ink. Okay, so any ideas on this with the Perry Hill? Any suggestions, any ideas?
Well, other than a note of probably giving the selectmen a copy of that letter.
Yeah, I'll have to give them a copy of the letter, but I also have to write a letter to them explaining what we're doing, because I still got the letter that I did for the museum. I found that letter, so I can always use that as a copy. And then they sent a return letter, which I would have to attach with this. Anything else?
No, not at the moment.
Next meeting would be October 15th. And I have a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.